Question: have you ever seen grip socks with ankle protection? What you have now, MediCaptain have kindly sent me the ankle protection grip socks as well as their pre-cut leg sleeve and some silicone shin pad straps. So let's start with the shin pad straps. Shin pad straps have a range of benefits. They're reusable, they're made from a stretchy silicone so they can stretch to almost any size. They do a great job of holding your shin pads in place, and from my experience so far, they're not too tight or won't stop your blood flow, which will increase the likelihood of cramp. In fact, when I use them, I don't even notice that they're there. And best of all, you don't have your annoying teammates begging you for sock tape every game. MediCaptain sell them in a range of different colors. I've just gone with white because I wear white grips most of the time and they'll just blend in, and they didn't have navy, which my team usually wears. They'll cost you £22, but I think on their site they're currently on sale at £15, which is a better price. It's still a bit pricey in my opinion, but if you think about it, the price for like maybe say a roll of sock tape, maybe £2-3, but you're going to continually buy that over and over again, where this is just like a one-time buy. So in the long run, I think it's worth it. I've been using them for since my season started really, and I've had no real complaints about them, other than maybe say the price is a bit of a stumbling block for some people. But apart from that, if you're someone who struggles to keep their shin pads in place while they're playing and you're constantly feeling around them, this is a very good, comfortable option to get. Next is MediCaptain's pre-cut leg sleeves. If you've been watching my channel for a long time, you know I'm a huge advocate of these, and that's because of the main benefit of them being that it makes it much easier to wear things like your own preference of socks, whether it be grip socks or maybe a more cushioned pair of socks, as opposed to always cutting your socks and getting that annoying frayed material which can snag if you're wearing tape, or if someone cuts studs you down the side of your leg and catches the cloth material, for example. Leg sleeves is actually very popular amongst pro players. If you go to maybe the Instagram or just watch any game and you just look at their socks, for example, you notice that they're wearing leg sleeve rather than cut socks a lot of the time. And when it comes to the MediCaptain pre-cut leg sleeves, the first thing I need to mention is just the overall quality of the socks themselves. Just in hand, you can tell that a lot of thought and care went into making these socks. I describe the threading of the socks as rich. They're not thin, they're a bit on the thicker side, but I guess that helps with warmth in the colder months. And it also makes them a bit more durable as well. If I stretch them, it almost looks like the thread is reinforced. When you do wear them, I would say that you do feel the compressiveness of them, but it's not to the point where they're cutting off your blood flow, where you need to cut extra holes in your socks. Then again, there's extraception, and I don't exactly have Grealish's legs. Overall, I'll say I have had no real issues with these socks. I found them comfortable, didn't find them too compressive. Again, no real issues. I would say though, because of maybe the thickness of the socks, I wouldn't fold the socks so you haven't that too much compression on your legs. Just wear them either long or however you want the socks, but don't fold them where you want to wear them short. Just roll them down. That's probably the best option in my opinion. They cost £19, but on sale for £16, and they come in a range of different colors. I went with navy because my team plays navy. Now on to the start of the show, the grip socks. A full price at £19, but again, these are on sale for £17. In terms of their design, they're your usual kind of sports sock with your sweat wicking material, some breathable mesh, and then from the other part of the grip socks, you have your silicone grip pads running along the bottom of the foot. They're squares, for the most part of the foot, so I say from the forefoot to the midfoot. And on the heel, you have these horizontal kind of bars. But the most interesting thing about these socks is the fact that they have some form of ankle protection. And the ankle protection is this cushioning around the ankle area that you see. So these black dots is cushioning. I wouldn't say these would prevent any kind of serious injuries to your ankle, but if someone scrapes their studs down or on the sides of your ankle, steps on your ankle, whatever, I think this cushioning could kind of take away the pain from that. And don't worry about it feeling bulky, because it doesn't really add any extra weight to the sock itself. But let's answer one of the biggest gripes that people have with grip socks. A big issue that a lot of people have with grip socks is that they complain that putting your boots on with grip socks is a million times harder. Personally, I've never had that issue, but to see how kind of difficult it is with different types of boots, I'm going to try the socks on with a boot with different kind of lace closure types. So I've got a laceless, I've got your traditional kind of flowing tongue, I've got your one-piece upper that you see on most kind of knit boots, one-piece uppers nowadays, as well as a boot with a mid-cut design, so some people call it the sock. So next is the slide test. I'll take this with a pinch of salt because it's a bit of pseudoscience. So essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide on a pair of insoles wearing the grip sock to see how good the adhesion between the sock and the insole is, just to give you guys an idea of how grippy the socks are, because I can't put a camera in my boots. I'll do it when the socks are dry, and I'll do it also when the socks are a bit wet when I spray them with water, because as you know, when you play, your foot sweats and that sweat and moisture kind of seeps into your sock, which can sometimes make grip socks a bit more slippery. So we'll see how well the socks perform in that sense when I do it as well. Okay, so on my right foot I've got the MediCaptain grip socks, and on my left foot I've got a normal pair of football socks. So normal pair of football socks first, I guess. So you want the socks to adhere to the insole, so they'll slide around with the insole. So let's go. So as you can see, not much grip there, but if I use the MediCaptain, it slides with the insole, which is what you want with a good pair of grip socks. So same again, left foot I'm wearing normal pair of football socks, right foot I've got the MediCaptain grip socks. So normal socks first. Not much adhesion. Actually, not too much in terms of adhesion there. But if I go on the grip, so you can actually see the imprint of the grips on the insoles as well, which is kind of funny. But yeah, still very good, even when there's a bit of moisture on top of the insoles. Now, when it comes to the performance of grip socks in general, there are things that I look for. So number one, comfort. Number two, the improvement of lockdown. I want to have more of a kind of Formula One car strapped in sensation. Not necessarily as Formula One, but like closer than just wearing a normal pair of socks. And from my experience of using the socks since maybe say like the last month, I would say that they do a very good job of that. So again, I use different boots every week, and the amount of heel slippage that I felt in using these is pretty much still next to none. They do a very good job of like keeping you locked in, improving responsiveness of your boots. So I mean, so that's one mark already. So these is what the socks look like on feet. I'd say in terms of comfort, they're very comfortable, no issues, quite plush, I'd say. In terms of fit as well, the only thing I'd say is like there is a tiny bit of bunching in the heel area when you do put your boots on, but you just pull your socks up. Nothing too big a deal there really, but yeah, in terms of comfort and fit, generally very comfortable. Fit is very good as well. But in terms of like my overall thoughts about the socks, I'd say this is a very good, and it's a very unique sock as well. You don't necessarily see a lot of socks with this kind of extra cushion around the ankle area where people are susceptible to like getting like nasty scrapes, etc. And that's it for the video, guys. If you're interested in any of the products I've talked about today, I've left a link to MediCaptain's website in the description, so check that out. And like always, my name is Sub, this is Substanceable. Thanks for watching, see you next time.